Welcome to the Apply Pressure Podcast with yours truly, Transformer Chris. Here, we dig deep and go beyond the surface, uncover what's hidden, talk straight, no fluff, share secrets, give advice, and keep it all the way real regarding life. Listen, sis, I know you be busy doing what you do, but child boo, I really need to talk to you. When was the last time you sat down and mapped out a vision plan for yourself? Of what you want to do, who you want to become, where you would like to go, the different things that you would like to accomplish or contribute to or be a part of. Your success in life has a direct connection with your ability to properly plan. When you take the time to write it out, it gives your ideas life. As long as it only remains in your head, it's only a concept or a preconceived notion. It only exists in your mind at that point. And if the only place that your ideas live is in your mind, then they are imaginary. And imaginary things are not real. So this is why there's no benefit. It will only come alive when you decide to give birth to it. Everything that you envision for your future will not just magically happen for you. It's going to have to come through you. When you want something bad enough, you have to be diligent about it. When you're on ground zero, you got to put in the work that's necessary to get the results that you're looking for. Nobody is going to care more than you because nobody wants it as bad as you do. When it comes to your life, you're the only one that you have to convince to make it all possible. If you lack belief in yourself, how can you really expect support from anyone else on something that you yourself are second guessing? If I was to ask you right now, what was it that you want? Off the top of your head, what would be your concrete answer? I'm talking about off the top of your head, not even having to think twice about it. Would you be able to regurgitate word for word exactly what your vision is? If the answer to that question is no, it's because you haven't took the time to write it down, so you're still unsure. And at this point in life, if you're unsure, then you got work to do, because that's the only way that things around you will begin to change. There's no reason that you shouldn't have a planner jotting everything down. When you're unsure about something, you teeter-totter, you waver, you straddle the fence because you're not 100% sold on it. And so your vision is not yet concrete. For you to reach the level of success that you are trying to get to, what does that really look like? What does that entail? What will it take? What is it that you have to offer the world? Is there a major problem that a lot of people are challenged by that you know how to solve? What value can be expected from an encounter with you? What services do you have to offer? Because servitude is key. No one wants to just invest in you just for the heck of it. They want to invest in you because they know that you have something of value to give them in return. Year after year, I'm putting out videos, giving people life-changing content for free. Why? Because it's my desire to help people win in life. It's how I show love. It's how I give back. People are just looking for help and someone to care. They need inspiration and motivation around them to keep them going. A lot of us have these big goals and we have big dreams and all of these things that we want to do in life, major things that we want to accomplish. But what many of us don't have is the strategic game plan to execute. We haven't designed the roadmap to get us to the next level. A headless horseman can't see where they're going. So if you have a pursued destination in mind, it's going to require vision in order for you to get there. You have to know where you're going, and by journaling and penciling things out and making it visible to you, it makes everything more obtainable. It's nothing like having passion but no work ethic, no drive, because one without the other is really no good. You need to be an executor in order to get the real results. What are you doing with the ideas that you have? The reason why many of you don't possess the drive necessary to get you to where you're going is because you lack vision. And the second thing that's hindering a lot of you is fear of failure. But hear this tip right here. If you let the fear of failure rule you, then success will never be an option. Success takes risks. It takes showing boldness, having confidence, and believing in yourself, believing in what you do. All in which are total opposite of fear. Being fearful and constantly pushing your aspirations aside until later, that won't change a thing if you don't change your perspective and start looking at life differently. How you show up for yourself now is exactly how you will show up for yourself later. Lying to yourself won't get you there. Excuses won't get you there. Justifications won't get you nowhere. The only thing that will get you out of this place that you are in right now is having the willpower to push forward despite all odds. Giving excuses like, well, the reason why I'm not going so hard now is because I'm not really where I want to be yet. My business not really popping right now, so I can just fall back. Well, things are not on the up and up, and I'm still trying to figure things out. Let me just say this. If on ground zero, you're only giving 5%, then guess what? When you hit top tier, you're only going to be operating on that same 5%. It's who you are. It becomes your pattern. What you constantly practice becomes a habit after a while. The best time to start bettering yourself is on ground zero. That way, you'll already have the momentum and the willpower and the drive that you need when you reach the top, because you developed it at the bottom. Don't assume that kind of stamina formulates overnight. That's not how it happens. You have to condition yourself to be able to stand and weather a storm. Prepare for the worst when you're at your best and everything is good. If you can't muster up the energy when there's nothing that's draining you, then what makes you think that you're going to have the energy when the world starts throwing blows? Or when you're against all odds and under a lot of pressure? You have to build what it takes to stand now. Life in general is a roller coaster. It comes with ups and downs. It comes with good and bad, and it rains on the just and the unjust. So you have to be ready to give it your all no matter what. I realize that so many people have the concept backwards. They think that they're supposed to reap the benefit before putting the work in. No, it's the work that you put in that causes you to reap the benefits. So don't think that just because you don't see the fruits of your labor now, that it's not somewhere lurking around the corner. You don't have it yet because right now you're being conditioned to be able to maintain it. Don't allow what you don't see at this moment to be a discouragement to you. Know that your hard work and your labor and all your toiling on ground zero will produce a great manifestation for your future. Be diligent even in the beginning stages, because that's what will manifest itself in the end. The Bible says a man diligent in his works will sit amongst kings and queens. It doesn't say once he gets amongst kings and queens, then he will become diligent about his work. The diligent part comes first. The place that you're in now is character building and it's stamina strengthening. This place that you're at now is fortifying you and driving your stake deep in the ground so that you're anchored in life. The problem today is everybody wants glitz and glamour first. Everybody wants their flowers before doing the work. They want to hear the accolades without doing anything praiseworthy. I want you to take full assessment and ask yourself if you're doing anything at all in your life right now that's praiseworthy. Something that can help somebody else get from one place to the next. Let's start there. Let's start with the foundational work. Because if you don't build upon a firm foundation, then anything that you place upon it is subject to fall. We all want to build big businesses and leave legacies and start foundations that are able to stand the test of time. Well, that all comes from the input that goes into the foundation. That's what's going to stop you from crumbling when things get hard. Make the choice to do things right in the beginning, and it'll stop you from having to repeat it over and over again because of constant mistakes. There will always be options in your life. And as long as there are options, then there is no need for you to ever have to settle for things not being right. I can tell you this, the work required for you to be great and do great things isn't going to be easy. That's why it's called work. In other words, if you haven't broke a sweat yet, then you're not putting in real work. If you haven't felt some pain behind what you do, then you're not putting in real work. Because anytime that you put in real work, it's felt. You ever go to the gym and do an intense workout and the next day you can't even get out the bed? Or do some running on the treadmill or around the track, jump some rope, and then you start seeing yourself begin to sparkle or sweat start pouring down the side of your face. That's because that's real work. And there's always evidence behind real work. And the evidence don't normally look like what we want it to look like. The evidence normally comes out as pain or blood, sweat, and tears. So if you want to document some real success in your life, then take a look at the pain points that you had to endure over the years. Take a look at the sweat and tears that you shed. That's the telltale signs. That tells the real story. It's not the facade that everybody want to put on, making it seem like everything is all good and it's just a walk in the park. No, the real deal grind and the real deal hustle isn't cute. It isn't pretty. It isn't always wrapped in a smile. It doesn't always have a big shiny red bow on it. It doesn't always come with a kiss from a neighbor. To be quite honest, a lot of it come with head turns and whispers and backstabs. That's what real success come with. I heard a saying a long time ago that says, if the devil ain't coming for you, then that means you're not doing enough. There's no need to raise war against anyone that's not posing a threat. Moving forward, don't be surprised when the tests come. Don't be taken back by the challenges that you face. Expect them. And because you're anticipating it, make sure that you are properly preparing for it. So while you're vision planning and goal setting, while you're mapping things out, make sure you're also preparing for the obstacles that come along with it. Whenever you're operating in purpose and pursuing destiny, ready yourself for persecution. That way, you're prepared for it and can't be easily taken out. You're not easily knocked off your square or crumbling with every sign of turbulence. Live a life of intentionality. Study who, what, when, where, why, and how. Study those things. I just recently put out a very well formatted woman empowerment purpose planner. And I did it to help with getting organized and writing out the blueprint for life's journey. The planner, it gives success tips, it gives self-development challenges, templates for business plans and vision boards. So if you would like that kind of assistance with getting things on track, then I do have that available for you all. So make sure after this video, you go over and take advantage of that offer. There's no better time than now for you to start being strategic in your planning for your future. I put marriage tips in there, parenting tips, entrepreneur advice, and all those type of things. Make it your own personalized tool guide for everyday life. If you're interested, just head over to my website, www.crystalmetellus.com. You can also find that website in the description of this video. Once you're on the site, just click shop and you'll find it there. It's a very smart investment, and guys, I truly doubt that you will be disappointed. Listen, value is value, period. I can talk until I'm blue in the face. I can give you example after example, but it means nothing if you do nothing with the information. If you don't apply it to your very own life, you'll never see the benefit of it. It's time for you to start showing up for yourself in this world. You can't expect nobody else to do more for you than you're willing to do for yourself. If you're not willing to at least begin to take the thoughts out of your head and apply them to paper so that you can start doing the necessary work to make it happen, then it will be nobody's fault but your own when you're unable to see the manifestation of what's possible for you. My job is to be a tour guide. Everything that I give out, I implement first in my own life. What better way for you to shape your tomorrow than to map out a plan of action to follow through with today? Properly planning is like laying out cushion beneath your feet for your own well-being. Because other than that, what else is going to be there to catch you if you fall? Okay, ladies, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you stay caught up and don't miss out on what's next. If you're enjoying this atmosphere, be sure to go and leave your girl a review. That way this platform can continue to evolve and build a strong network of empowered women of purpose. Until next time, hop over to my website. Make sure you subscribe and capture all the latest products and free giveaways by visiting www.crystalmetellus.com. Also, connect with me on social media @crystalmetellus. Talk to you later, sis.